on the scene. Broke at the end of the never feeling stress. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers.
Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look through light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Peterman to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky is going to fire one deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Let's go, let's go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Nice footwork by McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's got some space here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him. And you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And again, it's Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, run the ball here.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Murphy. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well,
he's got a man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. To the air, Allen, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. And Hauschka's kick is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game. Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Now this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route. With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Murphy now to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. To throw, it's Allen. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looks to throw on 2nd down. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Allen to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead, it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And down to the 36-yard line here. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You see it? 18.
Now it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trubisky now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss play, Howard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Trubisky to throw again. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Holmes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen off the play fake. Looking left sideline, incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trubisky with a give to Howard. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On 1st down, Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Set! Green 39!
Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it's 3rd and 5. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And again, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, gotta go. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, here come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And going over the middle here to Curley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
You see it?
They run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. This is Howard on 2nd down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green 39!
Back to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. On third down, here's McCoy. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears, the win means they'll finish the first